Okay, let's try that again. All right, no sound. Is that better? I want to make sure that everybody can hear me before I go any further. How about now? Can y'all hear me? I'm looking at the chat and waiting for some sound to come in. Okay, Jennifer said I am good, so here we go. Let me start over. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Kathy's Random Acts of Stampin'. You're back here in my craft room and on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for tuning in. And I see we have a new person, Molly Fisher. Molly, are you Margie's granddaughter? I saw you called her Graham, so I was wondering. Oh, great. I'm glad y'all can hear me. So wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I'm so happy that y'all are all here. We got 5 people in. Everybody's chatting and having fun, and that's what I want y'all to do. Be here, have fun, and enjoy. I do need to send one person that's not on Facebook a message to let them know that I am live. So if you'll give me just a minute. Phyllis does not do Facebook, so I usually let her know. She'd already sent me a message, but I didn't see it. So I told her I'm live now. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to let her know that I am live. So she's one of my girls, and I like to... Oh, you're her adopted Gam. Okay, great. Great, great, great. You know, when you can choose who is your mom or your grandmother, it always makes it extra special, because I had someone in my life when I was a young mother, even before Jennifer was born, and she was 20 years older than me, and we were best friends, like mother and daughter, and sisters, and everything in between. So I totally get it. So anyway, I am going to go ahead. I know it's a little bit before 12, but there's Phyllis. Yay, welcome in. So Jennifer, welcome to both of my Jennifers, Jennifer Rial and Jennifer Toller. Welcome to Molly and Margie. And did I miss anyone? I think that's everybody so far. And of course Phyllis, I said that. So we'll just kind of, there's a couple other people that are in, but they're... Hey Alicia, welcome in. I am so glad that y'all are here. I hope that y'all saw my parade of cards this morning. I recorded that yesterday. I'd been wanting to show them, and I felt like it was too many cards for me to do during a live. So I decided to just record a really quick video and put people's names up underneath the cards as they did them. And I've got all of my cards over here, and I'm going to display them randomly behind me. I think you can see Alicia's card is right there, and I am going to switch cards out periodically so that I can look at all of the beautiful cards I got. I'll be honest with y'all, Alicia floored me with hers, because it was in a box. I mean, she sent that card in a box, and oh my goodness, it was just... My birthday was last Saturday, March the 11th, and I turned 68. So hard when you start pushing 70 to put that number out there, but you know what? I'm very blessed to have this many years. I'm going to flip y'all down to my craft table, and so we can see what we're going to do today. Look at this. I've got them hid in an envelope. And I think y'all are going to enjoy this little project that I've got for you. Let's see which one. On the PDF, I have them listed card 1 and card 2, so not to confuse you, I want to make sure that I do them in that order. So this is card 1, and like I do a lot of times in my lives, I try to do a lot of stuff ahead of time so that when we get ready to put the card together, you see I got lots of bits and pieces. So when we get ready to do the card, we don't have quite as much to do, and we can get through it a little bit faster. So let's start going over our pieces. What we have first is a Rich Razzleberry card base, and this is 8.5 by 5.5, and I scored it in the middle at 4 1/4. That's my card base. Now, we're going to do it in a landscape card like this, and I think it's going to be really pretty when we get everything on it. Now I cut some, and you know I didn't put that designer paper on the, Jennifer, I did not put the designer paper on the PDF, so remind me, make a note for me to do this after the live. I cut 2 pieces of designer series paper, and this is from, let me see if I can pull out my little paper keeper. This was a wash, I believe it was this one, a Wash and Beauty. Yeah, it was this pack right here. And this is such a beautiful pack of paper, and I think I used both of these. I think that green, yeah, this green right here is this piece, and this is one of these pieces. Y'all can see I've cut up quite a bit of this paper because it's so pretty. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous pack of paper. And y'all know that new catalog's coming out, so I will, as soon as that retired list hits the site for me, I'll make sure that I do that for you. What I did is I took and matted. This is another piece of the designer series paper. I was thinking it was Granny Apple Green, but it's not. It is Granny Apple Green, and this is Mossy Meadow. But I just took and framed it on top of a piece of the designer series paper because it was a scrap. Why not use it? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of put this on here, kind of cattywampus. That's such a southern word, but you know what I mean. I'm just going to put it on there kind of like that at an angle. And then I went ahead and stamped some of the flowers from, what was the name of that stamp set? A Wash and Beauty. I should have had all of this out and I didn't. Oh, I'm so bad. What was that stamp set called? Does anybody know? Do I have any of my girls out there that can tell me? I have a catalog, and you know what? I know how to use it. Oh, y'all see me reach over in front of my desk quite often. I have a caddy that's holds, I mean, it takes up such a small footprint on my desk, but it holds so much. And I did a video that I will probably be putting up pretty soon. Gosh, what was that paper? Let's see. The paper was a Wash and Beauty. I'm trying to think what that stamp set was called. You know, I don't remember the name of it. Anyway, I will find it and I'll link it on the PDF tutorial. I promise. I know I've got it, and I stamped these flowers using it, and the leaves. This was all hand stamped and die cut out. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this flower and I'm going to put some dimensionals on it. We're going to glue these down flat to our piece. So I'm just going to use some liquid glue. So I'm going to do that green one first. And just put a little glue on here like that. And I'm going to put this one kind of like this. There's really no rhyme or reason how to do this. I do have the measurements on the PDF for these pieces. But you can go in your paper and just pull out any scraps that you have and throw a card together. I'm going to put this one kind of like that. Give it a good press. And then I got this larger flower, and I think I'm going to put the larger one here. And I think maybe I want the larger one up here. Y'all know me, I'm indecisive. And what about that one right there? I'm going to pull them over just a tiny bit. Let's do something like that, and I'm going to put a leaf up maybe right about here. I like to get my pieces laid out before I actually glue anything down. Something like that. So I'm going to pick this up, and I'm going to grab some dimensionals. Hey, welcome in, Kathy. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. She had been having some physical issues a little bit ago, and I've been praying for her, so I hope she's doing better. So I'm glad to and hey Tina, welcome in. Okay, I'm gonna put this one like right about there. And look, I caught that underneath there, which is great because I can just grab that leaf right there with that dimension and not even have to worry about putting glue on it. I might put a little bit of glue just to kind of anchor it a little bit. Love, love, love my dimensionals. Y'all know that. These things are the best things ever. So, is everybody ready for spring? I am ready. I don't know about y'all, but I am past ready. I'm done with the cold. I'm done with, we haven't gotten any snow this year. It's what you get when you live in the South. When I tell people I live in North Carolina, I think a lot of times people think that I'm in eastern part of North Carolina, but I'm in the southwest part of North Carolina. So if you know where Charlotte is, I'm close to Charlotte. I think for this one, I had another leaf. Let's see where we want to put this one. Maybe right there. Yep. I'm going to use this. This particular die came from, and I did pull that die before I went on. It comes from Harvest Day dies, and I love, love, love that die. It's so pretty. It's frilly without being frilly, and I love it. And it's got the stitching around it, so it has all of the little elements that just kind of makes me happy. So I'm going to put that down like that. And so what we're going to do, we're going to put a dimensional here and here, and then we'll see where else we need glue to be. I think I need a dimensional down here. So let's see. I know I need one up here. And hey Randy, welcome in. Good to see you. Oh yeah, Randy's gotten a lot of snow lately, so I understand her saying beyond ready. I get it. We haven't had the snow, but it did get cold here last week. It got really, really cold, and I don't like the cold. Anybody knows me knows I stay freezing to death all the time. I think I'm gonna put that right there, and then if I feel like I need to put anything else, do y'all know what I just did? I was gonna put a white card mat on there, and I didn't. Oh well. Happy accident, that's what I call it. I think it looks pretty like that. So now we have this to go in the inside of our card. Oh, and I gotta put this down. So do I want to pop? No, I'm not gonna pop that up. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna see if I can catch it right there in that dimensional. Now it feels like I need another dimensional right up underneath here. So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take it on my finger, and I'm going to stick it right there. And it doesn't show. I think that turned out pretty, all things considered. I was going to put a white mat under it, and I was going to emboss the mat, and I totally forgot. But anyway, this is going to be our inside mat, and I'm not stamping anything on the inside. I'm going to, because I'm giving these cards away. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that whoever gets this card can either handwrite a message inside, or they can stamp their own sentiment in it, because we're all card makers. We all have stamps and you might have one that you want to use on the inside. And you know, it doesn't matter. You can always use black ink for your sentiments on the inside, so it doesn't have to match the outside of the card. But I thought that turned out really cute. I have another label here that I didn't use. So that's card number 1. That was quick. I guess it was, since I forgot to use my embossing folder. All right, I think card 2 might take us a little bit more time. And you know what? If we finish early, no big deal. We can just chat for a little while. Now this paper is the, haha. Y'all know I'm bad about the names of the papers. This one is Fancy Flora. This pack of paper, oh my word. I heard some people say they didn't care for it. I heard some demonstrators that say this was not their favorite pack of paper. I am in love with this pack of paper. Look at these gorgeous colors. Who wouldn't love it? It's like it's been painted, you know, like almost with a spatula. And it's not bumpy or anything. It's a smooth textured paper, but I think it's gorgeous. And you can do so many different things with a pack of paper like this. I'm going to be using this on the next quilt card that I make. I showed some of y'all the one I did, the wedding ring. Did y'all see that one? This is going to probably be the next one that I bring to my channel. I absolutely fell in love with this. It's so simple. It's nothing but you take 2 circle dies and you cut out these circles and you glue them down. And what makes it so pretty and look like it's embedded into the paper is when you use your embossing folders with it. So I can't wait to make that one on my channel. That's coming very quickly. All right, this palette is so pretty. I do have a thick white card base. Again, the same thing. It's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Again, I'm going to make this a portrait card, so it's going to be a landscape. I'm sorry, not portrait. It's going to be a landscape card. For some reason, I think it does look better that way. This paper doesn't have a direction, so whatever speaks to you will be fine. I got a couple of sentiments because I wasn't sure which one. This time, since I was using a floral, I decided, look, I got those things on everything. The backers off of the dimensionals. I took the new embossing folders. These are on the online exclusives. They come in a pack of 3. And let me show you. This is them. If you see a red sticker on anything that I'm using, that means it's an online exclusive. So these are absolutely gorgeous. You got one that gives you like polka dots. This reminds me of like the bubble wrap. And this being a 3D embossing folder, it puts a nice depth of embossing on it. This one has got like stars. You see the stars on that one? And then this one is just a very textured, this one reminds me of one that we had a while back and it was discontinued. Tasteful Texture or something like, I forget what the name of it was, but I loved it. And when they discontinued it, I kept it because I loved it so much, but I was sad I couldn't use it on my videos. They got this one now and I love it. All right, I'm gonna lay those over there. I used the stars and the textured on this one. All right, hang on just a minute. Oh, okay. Jennifer's letting me know y'all's comments and what the questions were. Randy, the prize today is going to be the cards. I'm giving away the cards. I went back to only giving away a prize patrol on the first Friday of each month. And after that, the first Friday of every month, I will give away a prize plus the cards. And the rest of the weeks of the month, I will be giving away just the cards. The reason for that is because postage has gotten so expensive. I was spending probably $50 to $60 a month just sending out prizes, and I got to the point, until my business starts to really take off, I could not afford to do that. So that's the reason why I have stopped doing it. I hope that answered. And as far as Phyllis's question, a lattice card, I can do a lattice card. We'll work on that, and I'll talk to you more about it. Hey Barbara, welcome in. All right, so here we go. I chose the palette, the Orchid Oasis, because we've got Orchid Oasis right here, and the Soft Succulent. Soft Succulent's getting ready to retire. When the new catalog comes out, Soft Succulent is going away, unless they bring it back as one of the color refreshes. They are doing a color refresh, and I'm not sure what colors are going to be the new colors. I do know one thing. I know that, I'm pretty sure that Pretty Peacock is one that's coming back. And I think that Boho Blue that the little Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine was in during the celebration period, and it was only for new people that signed up new to be a demonstrator. Now, signing up to be a demonstrator doesn't mean you have to demonstrate. It just means that you want to get the discount, and you can very easily do that. So this one I chose, this one I used the Irresistible Blooms. Let me show you that stamp set. Again, this is another one of our online exclusives, and I am in love with this stamp. Love it, love it, love it. These flowers are beautiful, and you can stamp them on white cardstock with a colored ink, or you can do what I did here. I stamped them with Versamark with white embossing powder. And look how pretty those turned out. And I did the same thing with the leaves. I stamped those on Evening Evergreen, another color that's going away. Evening Evergreen with white embossing powder. And I love the way they turned out. So for this one, I think I'm going to put my flower up here. Let's go ahead and put this down. I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal for this because it's fast. This paper is pretty on both sides. Look at this. Isn't that gorgeous? I love this side though. So I'm going to use some Stampin' Seal, and we are just going to glue this on. If y'all have noticed, the Stampin' Seal seems to be working a lot better now than it was when it first came out. I think they reformulated it because the last couple that I've gotten has been wonderful. I haven't had any problems with it. And if you do buy Stampin' Seal and you have any problems, contact Stampin' Up. If you buy from me and you have problems, contact me and I'll give you their number. You as the customer do have to call them because you were the one that placed the order, even though you placed it through me. All right, I'm going to press that down. That's not even, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to put this piece down here. Again, I'm going to glue it, or maybe I'll just use Stampin' Seal. Just, oops, just like this. Yeah, I want it to go about like that. Give it a press. Do the same thing on this one. And give it a press. Now I'm making sure I'm not going off of the edge of the card right here. I want to make sure that I'm not going, I might trim that off just a little bit so it doesn't look so off center, but it's okay. It's a homemade card. What do we always say about homemade cards? They're not perfect because we're not perfect. That's what I say. We try to get them as perfect as we can. And if I'm making a card normally online and it's not alive, I am a lot more particular. I don't know why, but I am. Okay. And Kathy White just sent me a message. Let me see. I don't even know if oh, okay, she can't chat, so she wants to be in the drawing, Jennifer. So make sure Kathy White is in the drawing. I got your message, Kathy, so it's good to, well, you're good to go. All right, so I am going to put this one right about here, popped up, of course, and I'm going to pop the smaller one up too. I love these flowers. I think they're so pretty. This is probably one of my favorite floral sets yet. Love it, love it, love it. And there's a lot of other online exclusives that was not shown to us demonstrators initially, and there's some border dies in there. I want those border dies. I really, really want those border dies. I'm going to use a little bit of liquid glue to go right there, and I'm going to chuck that under, just right there under the edge of that flower, and I'm going to press it. And I'm going to do the little leaves on the little flower. That makes sense, right? And we're going to put these right about here. Give that a press. I'm going to go underneath there with my finger just to make sure it gets pressed down. Now I've got 2 sentiments. I had chose this one, but I don't like that one. So we're going to do, I don't really like that one either. You know what we're going to do? We're going to cut one. We're going to cut a new sentiment. And I'm not too sure I'm not going to use my punch. Have y'all seen this punch? It's called the Happy Label punch. And it goes with the Happy Label stamp set. So supposedly, and we're going to put it to the test, we're going to put You've Got the Biggest Heart, and we're going to see if it fits on one of these. Now, which one do I want to do? If you look under here, or if you look on here, you can see what it punches. This one looks like little scallops. This one looks like a ticket punch. So I'm going to open up my punch, and I think I'm going to grab a scrap of that Orchid Oasis because I really, do I want that or do I want the green? I'm going to do the Soft Succulent. It's such a pretty, pretty, pretty paper. All right, so there's a scrap. Let's move my dimensionals and my Stampin' Seal, my bottle of glue. But like I was telling you about my caddy in front of me, I am definitely going to bring that video and show y'all this little caddy. It's not Stampin' Up, and hopefully I won't get in trouble by showing it because they don't carry anything like that. I'm going to cut, whenever you get a punch like this, it's good to measure your opening. And it looks like this will take a 1-inch piece of paper really easily. So I'm going to cut this at a 1 inch. So let's pull out our trimmer. And I'm going to put it in on this side. Love this trimmer because I can cut on both sides of it. And then I'm going to use that strip and I'm going to stamp my sentiment. What I hope is going to be in the middle, because I don't want my sentiment to be this long. Maybe I'll do it down here. I'll tell you what, let's cut one end of it and then we can decide. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this into my punch like that, and see it fits in there perfectly. And you turn it over, you can see exactly how much it's going to cut off. So I'm going to hold that in there nice and straight and punch. And it only takes off a tiny bit, so we might have to, I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's take our sentiment out. Oh, not that one. Let's see, which one was it I wanted? You've got the biggest heart. Sometimes reading these things upside down is hard. Do y'all ever run into that problem? This is it. You've got the biggest heart. So I'm going to stamp it like right about there. And I think I'm going to stamp it in the Evening Evergreen. I love the Evening Evergreen on that soft succulent. I think it's so pretty. So I am going to get my Evening Evergreen. And I'm going to bring my Stampin' Pierce mat out. And this is the one that I use for stamping. And let's get, oh, let me tell you what. The other day I pulled I got a little plastic bin right here beside my desk. One of those little 3-drawer Sterlite things, and I keep all my stamp blocks in the top drawer. Probably a mistake to have them in the top, but they're easy for me to get to. I pulled the drawer out, and the drawer got away from me, and they dumped every one of them upside down in the floor. And you're talking about a clank, because I have a glass mat that I have my chair on. I got tired of the little divots in the little plastic mats, so I invested in a glass mat, and I love it. I never get divots in my mat anymore. I'm going to go right about here, and I'm going to stamp that down. Give it a good press, and there we go. And now I'm gonna close up this ink before I put my hand in it, if y'all know me. All right, so I'm gonna bring my trimmer back out because y'all know me, I don't cut anything straight without lining it up. And I'm gonna line this up. I'm gonna look and see what I got here. And I've got about 3/8 of an inch. So I want to cut this off to about there. I know it's going to take a little bit more off when I put it in the punch. I think that'll work. Might be too much. If I did, we'll cut that one off too. There's always more than one way to skin a cat. That's what my grandma always said. And there's always more than one way to make a card. Okay, let's look at that. I guess we could, you know what, let's just whack it with the scissors. We're just going to whack a teeny little bit off. And stick that back in. That ought to do it. Yep, that looks good. What do y'all think? I love playing with my punches. And I'm going to put this where it's right there. I think that looks so pretty. What do y'all think? I'm going to close my punch up, get it over here out of my way. I like to get stuff out of my way so that I'm not cluttered down with too much stuff, because, you know, y'all see this, but y'all don't see all of this. And it's a good thing. So for this one, I'm going to put dimensionals just in the middle, because that's where we need them. And I need to decide if I want to put glue here and here, and I think I do. A little glue here and a little glue there. Let me double check. Top, this top corner here, and along this side right there. Let's tear off our backers, and then set this down something like that. Isn't that pretty? I think that's just such a pretty card. It goes to show that you do not have, I did this for a couple reasons. I wanted to show you that if you've got some small scraps in your stash, pull them out and cut them up. And just put down a background, whether it be a solid background or a patterned paper background, and then just throw some pieces on. Cut some flowers, put it on, put a sentiment across it, and you can have a very pretty card. Now I did cut this balmy blue to go on the inside because I thought that was just a really good accent for the inside of that one. Again, I am not going to write anything or stamp anything in those, because whoever gets these cards can keep them, or they can send them to someone that they, you know, would like to have them. I wanted to check and see. First thing I wanted to find out. Oh, hey Tina. Oh, you've got somebody in your life that needs prayers? Oh, I wanted to make corned beef and cabbage today, but you know, I like to make that all year round. Molly, yes I do. I'm East Coast, so every Friday, unless I announce it on Facebook, if you go over and join my Facebook group, you can find out there if I'm live. And the only reason I don't go live is if Jennifer can't moderate for me, and even then sometimes I'll wing it by myself. But normally every Friday, 12 noon on Eastern Daylight Time now. I forget, we lost that hour. But yeah, 12 noon on Eastern Time. So, and then I do a couple videos during the week. I do a Tuesday at noon and a Saturday at noon. And then every now and then I'll pop up some surprise videos. So subscribe to my channel and ring the bell and say all, and you'll be notified every time I put up a video. So I'm so glad that you were here today. It's always good to make, hey Rita, I didn't see you when you came in. And Tina, I'm gonna have to go back and see, oh, I know, I'm glad you were too, Tina Barker. I'm trying to keep my Tinas straight. Oh, who said something about the cat? Ah, somebody's kitty got hurt. Oh my goodness, your daughter. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Is your daughter epileptic? I had no idea. I had no idea. But Molly, Jennifer just popped in the link that goes to my Facebook group. So you can just click on that and go over and ask to join. You'll get an approval, and then you can go there on a weekly basis and see what everybody's doing. A lot of times I'll post stuff from my blog, so you can find my blog easily there. So let me turn y'all back around so we can talk for a little bit. Before I do that, this is a card that's going up, I believe, tomorrow's video. Little sneak peek at our little Easter Bunny card. And like I said, are y'all enjoying the quilt cards that I've been making? That seems to be a big thing. I think May might have set the trend, but I've noticed a lot of people are actually starting to do quilt cards. So I went onto a site that had quilt patterns. I went to Pinterest and I found some. I even found a die that I have that's a different company that cuts out 1-inch squares, and they're stitched. I can't use it on my channel, but because I'm a Stampin' Up! Representative, and I have to represent my company that pays me to do this. But nevertheless, I am going to be making some cards. Yeah, well, definitely. Oh, she had a car accident. Oh my goodness. Oh, Tina, I am so sorry. I will definitely hold your daughter up in my prayers. Bless her. I'm so glad that she was okay today after the seizure. The seizure. I always have trouble with that word. I don't know why. But anyway, let me flip y'all over so I can talk to you. It's always better to talk to somebody with your face than your hands. Da-da-da, my hands. You know, I finished up really quick. Oh, okay, you want to make the wedding ring quilt? I know. They are so pretty. So pretty. A quilt with the lattice. Okay. Wow. It's hard for me to look at the chat because I feel like I'm not making eye contact with everybody. And, you know, have you ever had people that you talk to and they never make eye contact with you? They kind of look down, or they'll look off in the sky, or, you know. I'm a person that I pay attention to people that make eye contact. And I always make a concerted effort to make eye contact with people because it is important. It lets people know, one, that you're listening, that you are engaged in what they're saying. And it just, to me, I think it really means the world. Of course, like I said, you will see. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. You know, I feel better today. I'm still dragging a little bit, but I started my B12 vitamins again. And I can tell since I started taking those, I'm starting to feel like I'm coming around. I don't know, maybe the COVID depleted my body. I don't know. I've been grabbing at straws as what to do to get back. My husband's been doing all of the shopping. Even for my birthday, Jennifer came down for my birthday. Her and Autumn, she drove 5 hours to come down last Saturday, and she went back Monday. And I didn't go out of the house the whole time she was here. Dennis went and picked food up. We did eat well. Oh, I'm sorry. I did go to church Sunday morning. I went out to Sunday morning service, Sunday school and Sunday morning, and came back home. And we picked up food and came back and ate. I didn't go back to church that night because I was so wiped out. I haven't been going to Wednesday night service. That's so not like me because I do enjoy the small group Bible studies, and that's what Wednesday night's all about. And I haven't felt up to going. So y'all continue to keep me in your prayers. Yes, it is, Rita. It's so important for people to know that you hear them when you talk to them. So I love you guys so much. Y'all mean the world to me. And I am so blessed because I feel like I have the best group of people that have subscribed to my channel, that watch me, that are my customers. But you know, whether you're my customer or not, I still love you. I absolutely adore my people that follow me on a regular basis. Y'all mean the world to me. And we're going to go ahead and do the drawing for these 2 cards. So I'm going to do them in the order I made them. This will be our first card. So if you're ready, we are going to, oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Alicia. You know, I love you. I love you so much. I love all of you. She is, Tina, she is the best. I have 3 children, but as one of my sister-in-laws told me, she said, you're close to Jennifer because Jennifer chooses to be close to you. And it's so true. There's hardly a day goes by, maybe sometime on Sundays, but it's only because when normally I'm in church, I come home, we eat, we go back for choir practice and then evening service. So she knows I don't have much time on Sundays, but we always catch up Monday morning. we stay in touch for sure. Oh, thank you, Phyllis. Y'all are just filling my heart with so much love. I love you guys. All right, y'all gonna make me cry, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do the drawing. So Jennifer, if you're ready, we're gonna do this. Y'all are overwhelming me. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. First card is, okay, Jennifer is ready to give me the winner. She does the drawing for me every week. So here we go. The winner of this card is Rita Tharp. Congratulations, Rita. I'll have to check and see if I have your address. Let me check real quick, and I can let you know if I need you to send that to me. I'll pull my addresses over here so nobody can see them. I do have your address. Okay, so you do not have to get in touch with me. I thought I did, but I wasn't sure. Okay, and our second card, which is this one. Alicia Burris, you have won the second card. So, Alicia, and I know, you know I got your address. So those are our two winners. Yay! I am so happy that for my, you know, I say this real often. I would love to make every one of you my winner because that's how much I love you. And if I could afford the postage, the shipping charges, I would give away every week. I would have a prize patrol. But like I said, when it cost me, you know, sometimes if I send out 2 to 3 prizes plus the cards, we're talking $10, $15 in shipping per week. And that really does get up there. So yes, congratulations. I love this group. Y'all are always, and Rita's doing the happy dance. Woohoo, woohoo. Oh, goodness gracious. It is so good to be back here with all of you. I am so glad to be back. I probably could have done it last week, but I was not feeling it. I was just feeling it was all I could do to sit up. And I feel 100% better today. I don't know how it's going to be because as the day winds down, usually around 3 o'clock, it used to be 7 o'clock. I was good until about 7 o'clock, and then I felt myself, you know, as we get older, we start declining a little bit with our stamina and how far we can go. But nevertheless, I am so blessed to say I've celebrated 68 years on this earth, and I could not be happier to be here with all of you. I love you guys so, so very much. I noticed that Marlene wasn't here today. I'll have to check on her. Is anybody? Oh, Marlene is here. Marlene, I didn't see you. Yes, Marlene. Oh, yeah, she's the one that said she wanted to do the wedding ring quilt. I'm sorry. Marlene's here. Oh, thank you. It's so good to be back. And I'm looking forward to next week. So I'll be working all this week. I'll be working on what I'm going to bring to you next week. And if y'all don't mind being here a little bit longer, I won't pre-do the cards like I did these. I won't set them up to be pre-done because these went really fast today. And I think y'all enjoy the process of watching me do the cutting, the embossing, the stamping, all of that. So we'll do that next week. I promise the cards will be. This was what I had in store for last week, and I had tucked them into the envelope. And that was pretty much it. Well, I'm going to let everybody go. I know that if you're like me, you're probably ready for lunch. It looks like here that the bottom's getting ready to fall out because it's black outside, and I want to let my dogs out before it does get dark. So thank you again so much for tuning in. God bless and keep you. And you know I never close a video without saying this. This was a word that God gave me when I first started my channel, and I promised him that I would always close my videos with, let everything that you do and say bring glory to our Father in heaven. He's worthy. He is so worthy. He paid the ultimate sacrifice for us. He gave his life. So until we craft again, God bless you and keep you. And remember, you are loved. Mwah. Bye-bye.